Hello everyone, I wanted to post this putting video lesson that I did the other day just to share with you a couple of things that I really think that could help the average golfer out there, but also the teachers that are trying to help their students putt better. Got a couple of issues here that are prevalent in a lot of the average players. One is the effect of an ill-fit putter and how that affects the setup and the stroke, and then two, one of the most common things that I hear most of my students trying to do, which is accelerate through the ball, which creates an over-acceleration and difficulty in controlling their distance and their feel and touch. So on the left you can see the posture is way too tall. This putter is 35 inches long, and the arms are a little bit trapped to his side. And I'd like to see that blue angle line from the top of the neck to the base of the tailbone to the back of the heels at 123 or under, typically, in what I've seen good putting posture and good players. So obviously way too tall, which is affecting his balance. He's back on his heels a little bit, and then he's also trapped a little bit with his arms being to the side and too straight. So what you're going to see with a player like this is either too much body motion, which you can see a little bit of hip action there through the ball, or too much wrist action. In this case, it's more of the former with too much body motion. And then you can see this big long follow through that he's got going on. So this guy's a pretty decent player actually. He's like a 3, hits the ball really good, but just can't get it in the hole, and his feel and touch is pretty much non-existent. So when I showed him this video, he was blown back with what it looked like. So here he is from the face-on view. How about that follow-through? So we put him on the sand lab, and the follow-through didn't even stay on the graph. It was so long. So the big issue was that he was going back so slow. Not so much short, but it's just going back so slow that he had to really over-accelerate the putter in order to get it to go 10 feet. So let me show you the after. And I did make a slight adjustment here because he was actually getting too much over the ball. His eyes were slightly outside, but you can kind of get the idea. This putter was 33 1/4. Got him a little more bent over off of his heels, got him more engaged in his quads, more athletic, and then also got his arms in front of him where he can actually swing his arms freely underneath his shoulders. So I like this position better. Like I said, I backed him up just a touch from the golf ball, got him slightly taller after this at the end of the lesson, but overall pretty good. Also talked to him about how his aim bias was to the left. He was like a 2 degree, maybe 2.2 degrees left with his aim with his first measurement with his plumber's neck Newport 35-inch, and this put him into an S-curve Newport 1.5 with a little bit softer back and no line, and he got his aim relatively straight or even slightly to the right. And you can see now the difference in basically taking it back a little faster, which gives him a reason to smooth out the downswing and then have a relatively balanced finish. And he started rolling it really good. So getting the acceleration rate up quicker, and then allowed him to basically cruise through impact with the acceleration rate a little more constant, and the speed actually decreased after impact. Before, his velocity was at peak well after impact on the sand lab. So pretty common deal here that we're dealing with, but if you can understand a little bit about setup and aim bias with some different putters, I think it's very helpful to share with your students. And also understanding that it's not always great to try to accelerate through the ball, because it could cause you some feel and touch issues with your distance control. So hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know if you have any questions.